ready? But anyway, hey man, my name is Lance Moore. Welcome to Shit IDK. We got a special guest in the building, but first let me introduce my co-host, Ricky Ray. And I gotta apologize because I've been putting Rick Ray on everything.
Rick Ray.
He sound like a goddamn luchador. He sound like a luchador.
Rick Ray.
We got Rick Ray in the building.
I sound like somebody that's about to come out during a wrestling match.
Yeah, off the top ropes, we got Rick Ray.
Rick Ray.
And it'd be like the suckiest finishing move ever, like the toe twister.
No, they'll call it the Ray Gun. The Ray Gun. You know how they always put their names and their special moves.
Always. Yo, man. Hey, we got a dope show today. Last week we kind of dove into like gardening and urban agriculture. This week we're gonna go into IT. You know, it's a lot of people that's scared when they hear IT work because we call people when shit fuck up. These are the people that we call when shit fuck up. Okay. Yeah. We got a real live IT engineer in the building. Okay.
Very scarce, man. Real live. We got Dave Newhouse in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Dave Newhouse.
That is good, bro. For facts.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Man, how you feeling, man?
Man, I'm great, man. Thanks for having me on the platform. I love what you guys are doing, man. Love the concept. Thought it was dope. You know, I was like, I can get my time with this.
Yeah, bro.
That's just the homie, you know.
Man, and it's like real live the homie. I've been knowing this guy since I was a kid. Fourth fucking grade. Summer camp.
Getting in trouble.
Yeah, it was a lot of trouble.
Talking about people pissing on themselves and shit.
Oh my God. Hey man, listen.
But yeah.
There's a lot of stories. But man, we gotta dive into it, man. So think of me as somebody who knows nothing about IT. And I want you to just kind of explain what that is and where it kind of comes from and how kind of easy it can be, you know?
Well, rule number one, you talk to everybody like they don't know shit about IT.
That's it.
On the job. So, yeah.
Nice.
But you said go ahead and explain?
Yeah, man.
All right. So, I mean, IT, short for information technology. Mm-hmm. And, it's pretty much just a field with many, many subcategories. So it's like you're not really kind of forced into one thing. So say, for example, I work the infrastructure side of IT. Mm-hmm. And say for that infrastructure, I'm like talking about, like the offices, the computers or the routers, the firewalls, the servers, anything to that nature that allows a office or a remote worker to operate within the confines of the company.
Gotcha.
Then of course, like we was talking with my man over here, you have your DevOps and all of that is DevOps, QA. I don't know too much about it because I'm the infrastructure side.
Gotcha.
But of course, DevOps I think goes more into say developing programs, software engineering, things like that. The applications that you are mostly scrolling through on your phone. So
a little bit of coding in there too.
Gotcha.
The coding, yeah. I think that's where most of the grind is with IT. On the infrastructure side, it can be chill, it can be grindy. It just depends on where you choose. But and then there's everything with the cloud. Yeah. There's many things with IT, man. So yeah,
it's a beautiful field, man.
It is.
I love it.
Yeah.
Totally.
You got a background in IT too, as well, right?
Yeah, I had got a vocational trade and to become an electronic technician. And then I had went to college for about a year for information technology for my bachelor's. Then, life, I had to drop out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's easy to pick back up.
Yeah. I was still in the rudimentary stage. I didn't get to the hard part. You know what I'm saying? We were still writing essays about everything. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't just really get to the computational side yet. Yeah. So.
Right. I got you.
That's pretty dope. I mean, when I have a problem, I usually just call Matt. I'll be like, Matt, I need help. And he comes in and he troubleshoot. Hey, I need help with this. It ain't clicking. The computer ain't computing at this point in time right now. So that's my go-to.
And he be like, how long the system been up?
Yeah, all of
you
that.
Reboot that shit yet? Yeah, and that solves half the problems.
Yeah. Hey, man, I swear to God, every time I used to call Spectrum, I was like, hey, man, it's something wrong, man. My stuff freezing. I'm trying to click on this channel. It ain't working. Yeah. And I know I got this channel because I'm paying for it. And they be like, well, did you reboot it?
So it's kind of like that old Nintendo 64 method. Just,
Pretty much.
just cut it off and blow
Right.
in it.
Exactly. That's basically what they tell. Hey, did you blow in the
Did
cartridge?
you blow in the cartridge?
Right.
did you press the button a couple times?
That shit feels so mundane. It was like, yeah, I did that.
Right.
And they ain't gonna do it behind their back. Oh, it's working now.
Man, I
Yeah.
swear to God. I swear to God. I'm arguing with this woman like, yes, I did that the whole
Yeah.
time.
Button ain't blue. It ain't
Did
blue
you-
until she call you.
Yeah, did you take the plug out and let it out for a few minutes? I'm like, yeah, I did that. Cool.
It's automatically works. Man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So what got you started into it?
Man, so it was kind of a segue, dude. So, I mean, that's a loaded question because now you got me going back before IT, like to college and shit. Y'all got that kind of
Talk
time?
about
Time
it.
to
We
go
got
way
time.
back.
We going
back.
back.
So,
Way back.
going back to 2010
2010?
when I decided to be like
Well, that
a
was
audio
still, yeah.
engineer, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's when I got most of my AV experience,
Mhm.
and, you know, camera or audio, music. My bad. So, got my degree and all that in Chicago. Came back to Dallas. That probably was a bad move because I couldn't reconnect the dots with the
Yeah.
network or the people to like, you know, be as successful or put to work like I was in Chicago.
Yeah.
So it's like shit, I gotta.
It is
do
different
something.
speeds too. Like
Oh, very different. Very different.
I almost got ran over several times when I went to Chicago. So
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Go when that walk light is white, bro.
bro.
Yeah, not
Nah.
orange.
Yeah.
So it's faster up there?
What's
Hell
up?
yeah.
It's faster up there than it is?
It's kind of fast up there, man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if I went out there now, I'd be winded from walking like the entire day.
Mm.
Like, just like a whole day that I'd be winded. And then, you know, when I was up there and my family came to visit for like my graduation or whatever, here I am. I'm 2 blocks ahead of their ass. And my grandpa in the back, fucking,
Yeah.
you know, look like he can barely make it and all that, you know.
Like, hey,
so,
slow down.
Yeah, slow down.
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, for the most part, it was that. Came back and I had, of course, ideas, you know, for like say like business ideas or wanting to invest more. Really, my main ambition is to travel at will,
Mhm.
which means, at least to me, like, you know, if you out in Croatia or wherever the hell you at, and you're like, yo, Dave, what's up, man? Come on out. It's like, shit, all right, bam. I can just make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, how am I gonna get more money?
Yeah.
And then
Financial freedom.
exactly financial freedom, that, and also like just freedom of like self.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because if you, I mean, even now as I work with IT, like there's still little guidelines I gotta follow to keep my job, right?
Mhm.
But I finagle them motherfuckers as much as possible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I got 2 weeks PTO. Well, I'm gonna call in sick at least 4 days this week.
Yeah.
You know, or 4 days in that year. But anyhow, so saw that as an avenue to get money. Saw how chill it was. Saw the comfortability I could have and still pursue any ideas or side hustles that I have.
Mhm.
So that's pretty much how I got into it because
Yeah.
I just recognized that IT would allow more until I got everything else figured out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that was, it kind of reached, it kind of hit all the, hit everything of like you reaching that freedom, you know?
Mostly.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, you just learn shit along the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
It's
that's
like you said, it probably hits about 80-90% of that.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cool. That's dope. That's dope. Speaking of learning shit along the way, Ricky, what is our word for today?
Our word of the day is pretty simple word. It's confabulate.
Confabulate.
Yeah. It just
I ain't
means
never
to talk.
used the word confabulate in a sentence.
Yeah. So if you tired of saying conversate, which is not a word, or if you getting tired of saying converse, hit them with a confabulate.
Confabulate.
Like right now, we just confabulate.
Mm.
Does that make one more bougie than the other, or?
Because now people. I think in the last few years, people have caught on and they are now starting to like veer away from conversating, and I'm starting to hear more and more people starting to say converse. So it probably give them a sense of, I said converse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe. Because if I'm having a regular conversation and I hear somebody on the phone, oh yeah, I'm just over here confabulating with the boys. I'm like, what?
What? It's a confabulation over there.
Who says that?
I want to be a part of that or not.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who says that?
I'd rather converse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I like that though.
Oh, my man. Shit IDK. Welcome to Shit IDK, man, where we confabulate
We confabulate
about shit we don't know.
But it also has another. Another meaning.
What's the other meaning?
And it's not really on the lines of the Mandela effect, but it can be tied to it because confabulation also means a memory that you can't remember really. So you just plug in something that never was actually there.
Yeah.
And you actually start to believe that it actually happened, but it never happened.
Oh man.
That's right. And speaking of the Mandela effect, Chick-fil-A is spelled with a K. I don't want to see nothing else about it. It's spelled with a K.
Right. Because without it,
The K after the C or?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Yeah.
Because they've been lately been going on like, oh, the Mandela effect. You mean to tell me this ain't never had no K?
Yeah.
It's always been a C without the K. Yeah.
People weird.
That's weird.
People weird, man. But yeah, man. So let's see.
I got a question.
Okay.
Going into IT, was you nervous about it? Like we were saying at the beginning, it's, when you think of IT, you think of nerd, geek, you know what I'm saying? You think of people like Bill Gates and all them, Paul Allen and all them, that's, Steve Wozniak, you know what I'm saying? When we think of information technology and all that. So was you like nervous going into that or you excited? Like how would you feel going into this?
Not really nervous. I mean, I know I needed a career jump, and IT definitely was the field that was closest in relativity to, say, film work or audio work. You know what I mean? As I was an audio engineer, I used to run sound for bands. There's a spot at the Foundry. I used to pull up every Friday, Saturday, set up everything for them. All of that was, connections, right? Just from the mixer to the microphone, that's a cable. And then the mixer, I can do whatever I want to. And now, of course, I just somehow chose like the cousin field, or which I feel like is a cousin field, which is network engineering, to where I have a router, a firewall, or a switch, and all that is cables going to a device, and at the device or at the router or the switch, I can control if I allow this device to get out to the internet or how it gets to the internet. So say, for example, right now I work with this one company. They contract with prisons. And there's so much security in place to make sure these motherfucking prisoners don't get the Pornhub. They getting the tablets. They got tablets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Prison
heard
is
about
a
that.
bit of a nicer place now. You go to prison, you get you a tablet.
Right.
So wait, you get a tablet when you go to prison now?
Well, you
depending
can
on the
get
prison.
one.
But yeah,
Okay.
you can get one. But of course, they monetizing the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all that data going through like a VPN.
Oh yeah, they charge
It's money.
money on my books so I
You
can
know
get
what I
to
mean?
Pornhub.
And then you get that collect call from the prisoner. It's like, yo, I need about $30 more so I can fucking watch Stranger Things, whatever.
Could you imagine that though?
Hey mama, I gotta see this last episode.
I gotta see what L gonna do, bro. I gotta see.
I can't end on this cliffhanger, mama, please.
But it's like it's so much like, and even like prison is an extreme example. Like that's not gonna be like like most offices, of course, will want web filtering for say, folks are looking up crypto mining or BitTorrent or doing anything
not safe for work.
Not safe for work, exactly. In SFW you can be many things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I mean, when I was like, I think around the time you said you went up there and you started doing your thing, it was 2010, right? And I was reading this article about the dude named Jason Applebaum, and he became like, I know y'all know these people called Anonymous.
Yeah.
They like
The
super
hacker
hackers.
group?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this before them.
That's
you
the ones
had-
that helped out Lupe Fiasco, right?
Who?
Anonymous. It was either anonymous. I think it was anonymous because
They be wearing these. I think they still be wearing a Viva Vendetta mask.
Yeah, because he was going through something with his record label. They didn't want to release it to where they had kind of like, hey, we're gonna do this. You gonna release it? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. They did put up like it was like a political threat like a few years ago. Yeah. What to do? Jacob Applebaum, dude, he was phenomenal. Like he was going into like records from the Pentagon. Like any firewall that these people put up, he was breaking them down, breaking them down. And that really interested me. Like, man, I want to be part of. I didn't want to be part of it, but I wanted to learn more about the black hat group. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to learn more about it. So that kind of like jump started my interest in like that field. You know what I'm saying? So when I did get the chance to actually go into that field, it was in computer science computer technology, and they were talking about Java and all that type of stuff. When I tell you I was so interested, I try to learn everything I can. I still can't hack a firewall to this day though.
It's a grind.
You hear that? You hear that?
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to do it, FBI.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how to do it.
He does not know how to do it.
Yeah, I know. No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, I worked with one dude. He was a ethical hacker. Ethical hacker. Yeah,
Okay.
Explain it to the shit IDK.
So you have your hackers who are, say, stealing, user data from companies and selling that shit on the black market, or they'll hack a company, steal passwords of the entire, like the admin passwords and stuff that gives them pretty much access to all the servers or whatever that this company may have. And they'll either do the damage themselves, for ransom, or they'll see how much they can leverage all that shit for within the black market. So say, for example, I know you can hack shit, and I already hacked into this spot, got all these passwords, but I don't want to do the work. I don't want the heat on my shoulders if there's any heat.
Yeah.
Do you want to buy these damn passwords from me for $50K, $100K? You know what I mean? Because you could probably turn around and say, if this is I don't know, JCPenney came to mind first. I don't know why. But do you want?
Cause fuck you, JCPenney.
But
It's funny you always like everybody black church. It was the black church. They always use it as an example. Like JCPenney was the best tither in the world because he gave. It's like. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, a lot of shopping at JCPenney, South Pole and all that growing up.
Oh yeah,
No, for real though.
Been there since though. Since middle school. But but say JCPenney is $1 million corporation, and it's like I could probably squeeze $200K, $300K out of them.
Yeah.
$50K investment for these passwords, $300K for the ransom.
Oh yeah.
But that's what you guys. That's where you play that fine line. It's like, is JCPenney gonna pay that shit,
Or they just gonna.
or not?
Yeah.
For example, I think it was the city of Atlanta, or perhaps it was a school. It was a while back when I listened to this, but anyway, got hacked. All their servers and shit was locked up. The hackers wanted so much money, but I think it was the city of Atlanta. They didn't want to back down though, because it's like, if this happens again, then people just gonna, it's more likely to happen again if we pay the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they decided not to pay, and luckily the director or whatever found one server they didn't get that had a backup of everything.
Yeah.
But say to rebuild that, like say to decline that and rebuild that, man, you're looking at about still millions of dollars.
Still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
they
more.
It would have looked bad. It would have been like negotiating with terrorists. Like.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But so, and as a network engineer, I mean, I'm the perimeter. That's where I come in with the firewalling and everything. If I make one mistake, and this sounds intense as fuck, but
it sounds like pressure.
It do.
There's a lot of pressure if
It's
you don't
on
know
the
what
end
you're
of the
doing.
state type shit.
Yeah. I build the firewall. Like that's a flex like a motherfucker. Like what you out here doing? Building firewalls and
Building
shit.
firewall. I protect
Shit,
your
what?
I
I'll
protect
your
system.
shit. Like who protecting your shit when you ain't me? Shit.
I go to sleep and your shit protected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I gotta wake up when the
And
shit ain't
then-
protected.
That's why I love this
Yeah.
field, man. I love it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like when when you learn computer language,
Uh-huh.
it's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like that was one thing I really liked when I taught me the binary coding system.
Right.
And you literally transliterating letters into numbers, which is just 0 and 1.
I was
And
about to say,
it actually-
shit, IDK code.
And it actually speaks to the computer, and the computer speak back to you. You know what I'm saying? No, but it be like words. You know what I'm saying? Like that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like my instructor told me one press of a key on your keyboard, like the letter M, you probably firing off like hundreds of signals. You know what I'm saying? Just for that one key. That key. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that type of shit.
And with you mentioning that, you just spoke about maybe 10 to 15 different jobs in one little segment of, say, the code or the computer.
Yeah.
And then that's where I come in, the network engineer. All right, now you got all this shit going on, but do you want to talk to the world or not? You know what I mean? If you want to talk to the world, all right, let's get you on the internet.
Yeah.
Let's get all that information you just talked about from your spot to the next spot. It's like a postmail system.
Yeah.
You know, cliche ass, you know, what's the word for that? Comparisons, cliche ass comparison. But that's literally how it is. Like, at your address, at your house, you get your mail that you probably just trash.
Yeah.
And you get your mail that you trash or you read through. But for it to get from, like, say, Montana to you, got all these different stops till it gets to you. And that's pretty much, like, once you understand that as a network engineer, it's like, okay, we're here, we got to get all this shit over there. You know, once it gets to the internet, it just does its own thing. You know what I mean? But you got to allow it to do all that.
Can you imagine? See, nowadays it's pretty simple. Can you imagine what they had to do back in the times when they first started? Like they first started off with the ENIAC, the first computer.
I was about to say,
When they had to like
I'm learning some shit right now.
Shit.
Like-
Welcome to shit IDK. Welcome to shit IDK.
like what bro's saying, like there's always this intermediate, you know what I'm saying, to get messages. Can you imagine back then people had to do that manually because everything was analog, even though it was a computer, they had to take the things out. Oh, this message going over here, and they just constantly doing this. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine doing that all day long? Oh, this message is coming from here, and I gotta put it over here, blah 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 blah. Like on this big ass goddamn computer, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
You can't put a wrong chord in the wrong nothing.
At all. You sending a message. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you know what I'm saying? The president trying to send a message to his secretary, and you got to make sure you getting that message. You know what I'm saying? Bam, if not, you send it wrong out there.
Or he trying to get a message to his side bitch and get a message to his wife. shit.
Golly, bro.
Yeah, next thing you know, you're getting sued.
You
You
get
get
sued.
sued. I don't even know why.
Fucked up my quality of life.
Fucked up everything.
Defamation.
Yeah,
It's crazy, man.
yeah. That's pretty wild, man.
Nah, technology is wild, man. What do y'all think about the humanity versus technology kind of thing, where the further we get with technology, the lesser we get with kind of like human interaction?
I'm gonna let bro go first.
Because we had several movies on it, you know what I'm saying?
Wally.
movies.
Wally is the truth.
Wally.
Look, Wally is the truth.
Wally is definitely a premonition.
Yeah. Shit, Terminator 2, shit, Judgment Day is like that shit. A lot of movies touched on it, but
Man, you got me thinking.
well,
Cause like, I feel like there's just a circle thing, bro.
What you mean?
Like, for
extrapolate.
example, my friend group,
Mhm.
we don't really fuck with our phones when we with each other. They're near, or if we bring them out, because we're talking about shit.
Yeah.
But of course, if it's like stranger to stranger interaction, it definitely feels probably weirder these days. But you know, you can also see those people still making an effort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, for example, me, you ask me how I'm doing, I'm probably going to give you more than, or I'm 100% going to give you more than good, because that's just, it's very small and transactional. That has no meaning. You know what I mean? And I don't feel like people know how to really have those meaningful conversations as much. So, I mean, I guess since you asked that, and human interaction, I feel like it definitely has depleted. Because if I'm like trying to make eye contact with somebody, you know, walking down the street or whatever, head down in the phone, or if not in the phone, they just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For no reason.
Yeah. Or you can be sitting next to somebody on the bus the whole ride and they just in their phone the whole time. They'll speak to you like one time.